On this island, every time a baby is born, one resident has to give up their life. The moment your baby lets out its first cry, an old man walks straight toward the cliff without looking back. The island only has enough supplies for 113 people, so any extra person will break the balance. Just minutes after he jumps, the crowd learns in panic that your daughter has given birth to a second baby. Everyone is confused. The island has extremely limited medical equipment, so nobody discovered that you were carrying twins. Now there is one extra person, and someone has to pay the price. This all happens in 2028. A flu virus spreads across the entire world, and society falls apart. Supplies become extremely scarce. The world begins to collapse, and some survivors even start eating other people just to survive. But you get a chance to survive. You find a small island that was never affected by the virus. It still has some supplies, along with the conditions needed to grow fruits and vegetables. To protect the island, you build a barbed wire fence around it. Anyone who tries to enter from the mainland is immediately stopped, and some are even shot. You build a new society after the old world collapses, but the rules here are extremely strict. You earn points through work or other forms of contribution. The more points you have, the more resources and benefits you can receive. You not only get more food, but you also receive priority when it comes to having children. But according to the leader's calculations, the island can only support 513 people. Once the population goes beyond that number, the entire system loses its balance. So every time a new baby is born, one resident has to step forward and die. The leaders hold an emergency meeting. At this point, no one realizes that this extra baby will trigger a chain of events that will eventually throw the entire island into chaos. After discussing it, they decide to choose the sacrifice from the 3 residents with the lowest scores. Once the news spreads, everyone on the island becomes uneasy. Charlie ranks 3rd from the bottom. Second from the bottom is a frail old woman. She is lonely, her health is poor, and she has made almost no contribution to the island in the past. The person at the very bottom is a man named Eddie. A few days earlier, Eddie became sick but could not buy medicine, so he went to the pharmacy and stole a single ibuprofen pill. Because of that, his food supply was cut off for a month, and he lost a large number of points. When Eddie learns that he might become the one chosen to die, he panics. He believes the decision is unfair. But his wife Lisa tells him that complaining will not change anything. They need to stay calm and find a solution. But the next day, another problem appears. On the public market day, a young man approaches Eddie. This young man is Henry, the son of the island's leader, Judy. Because of his mother's arrangement, he manages the island's entire supply system, giving him great power and status for a long time. Then Henry makes an inappropriate offer. He tells Eddie that if Lisa goes to the warehouse later that day and stays with him for a while, Eddie can receive some food. After that, Henry takes a tomato he has already bitten into and smears it across Eddie's face. After suffering from hunger for so long, Eddie has lost the ability to protect his own dignity. He does not fight back. Instead, he picks up the rotten tomato from the ground and eats it. Lisa watches everything happen and realizes that their lives have fallen into a desperate situation. A few hours later, she still chooses to find Henry and follows him into the supermarket warehouse. What happens next humiliates Lisa, and in the end, all she receives for it is a small can of food.
Anch'io.